Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Medicrafts, and today I'm going to go over how I made the Halo 2 Anniversary Gravemind. Now, it's not perfect, has a lot of flaws, but I really do enjoy it and like it. I think it turned out really good when it comes to the design and the idea that I had for it, and if I did it again, I would definitely change things around, but for now, I think it looks pretty I'll probably do more work on a later video down here, but I think this is a good start. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. So basically that's going to be, I'll make a smaller MOC, not something this big, probably something around like this size. This is one of my other videos. I just lost a Marine. But I'll do something around that kind of size for the video. And then I will ship it to one of you guys if you live in the US. Shipping out of state right now, A, expensive, and B, might just be a little tricky with the whole coronavirus thing, so later on after all that, but yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you do enjoy the video, and I will see you all later. Hey everyone, welcome to Medicrafts, and today I think I have a really cool idea. So I had a fan suggestion to make a gravemind like the one from Halo 2. He wanted me to make the Halo 2 Anniversary one. And the Halo 2 Anniversary one looks really cool, but also the Halo original Halo 2 one also looks cool. So I'm going to kind of make a mix in between both of those. And to just demonstrate it a little bit more, I have this isn't actually like the arbiter, but it looks just like the arbiter. We're going to use this because I have the arbiter in the other MOC, the Heretic versus Arbiter MOC. And then I have this Halo 3 Master Chief, but most of his arms are going to be covered up, so we're going to use this figure as well for this. And they're both going to be floating in the air looking at this not the proto Gravemind, but the Halo 2 Gravemind. So we're going to be making that today. And to accomplish that, I'm going to be using this styrofoam. I use this for every MOC, but we're going to be using this today as well. So the Gravemind's a little bit tricky because it's not just, it kind of looks like a serpent, but it's also flood based. So we're gonna have to cut out pieces, and we're just gonna really stick it together, and I'm gonna kind of make my own version Gravemind. So let's get right into the video. So I cut out what I think is going to be the mouthpieces for the Gravemind, or at least where I'm gonna start at. And basically, I'm gonna cut them out, and then I'm gonna score them down each line, something kind of like that. Make V-cuts and then angle it, and that's how I'm going to get this foam to kind of bend and curve. Now, it's not going to be perfect, it's going to have some flaws, but also I can cover it up with hot glue. And I'm going to be hitting this with spray paint. Eats away at styrofoam. It actually eats into it, so it's going to make this look very like messy and holy and kind of disgusting, and that's perfect for the project that we're going with. Normally I use craft paint, this typical craft paint, but want this thing to look messy and gross, we're going to use some spray paint. So I'm going to cut out this other piece, and then I'll show you how I do this part. Alright, so we got this part to a good point, I think. This is what the original looks like, and this is what this one looks like now. Obviously, it doesn't look great, like it doesn't look clean or smooth, but that's really hard to do with bending styrofoam unless you have like a heat gun, which I do not own. I should buy one, but we'll get to that another day. So, as you can see the inside, I scored it and then bent it and cut it and glued it on. But now, with this next piece, I'm going to basically split it in half. I'm going to bend the back sides and then also split it in half at the front. Right, so the top half of the Gravemind is right here, and this is the bottom half where the two parts separate. It doesn't look perfect, I will admit, but I'm going to do some joint work. I'm going to do some work on the inside. I'm going to do a lot of carving to this and make it smoother. But there's also these two like tentacles that hang down, I guess that's what you would call them. So I'm taking some thin pieces of foam and I'm going to curve them downwards, and I'm going to like layer them onto each other, and that's going to make it thicker, and it's also going to make kind of look like to have that tentacle look. And that's kind of what we're getting at. And actually, that's not looking terrible. So I'm going to continue to do some tentacle work. I'm going to clean up some parts, and then we'll be back for the next part. So for the inside of the mouth, as you can see, I kind of put these pieces of white foam core. You don't think that looks too bad, and that's better than just having this thing open. So I'm gonna glue them down, kind of work around it, and then we'll be working on the back piece here. So a quick update. I finished gluing in the mouthpiece, and I did a little bit of extra gluing everywhere. I mean, this thing's a mess, but I also made the angled piece just by cutting slits and gluing on, and that's gonna be how this thing is attached to the ground, because I have to give it kind of like a sloping back. So I'm gonna make one right here, one up on top that's gonna be like overshadowing it, and then I'm gonna take this white insulation, or not insulation, but white foam, and then start wrapping it around this whole piece. This is gonna look really messy, but I'm really hoping towards the end it's actually gonna look good, so fingers crossed. And I'm gonna just continue to work on this, and I'll keep giving you updates. All right, so another update on the piece itself. I have these angles now going down, and that's how this is going to be basically on some kind of a platform down here, standing up with the tentacles coming up from the ground. And I think it's looking decent. It's not looking like incredibly good. There are some little nitpick things that I guess I could have probably done better, but other than that, I think it's looking decent. So I'm not gonna get too nitpicky with myself. This could definitely go better with like paper mache or a wire sculpture or clay, but I don't have any of that stuff right now, and I didn't want to use paper mache. I wanted to try it with foam, so I might remake it one day. I still have to finish this one, but anyway, I was just giving you guys an update. I might move this piece down into the bottom side, but I'm not entirely sure, so more to come. Alright, so it probably took me around 2 hours to completely wrap this whole part, or maybe just an hour, but I finally got it done. I have to do some work on the front and all these other sides here, but this is a good point to just kind of take a little break and work on this here in a little bit. So that's the point that we're at right now. It looks a little weird, but I think it's gonna look better when it's done. So I'm gonna start putting hot glue on it, and basically all I'm doing is I'm just going to A, strengthen it, but B, also make it look a little inconsistent and wild, and it's gonna add a bunch of weird splodges to it as well. So I'm gonna add that all over, and then I'm also gonna take, sorry that was off camera, I'm also gonna take some white insulate, or some white foam, and kind of dab it around like this. And that's gonna spread out the hot glue a lot, but also add some really nice and kind of nasty texture to it. So I decided that adding duct tape and adding hot glue to it makes this really nice texture when you rip it off. And I think that's gonna save this piece from looking like this to looking like this, which is way cleaner and way better. So I'm literally just adding on duct tape, putting it on, and then taking this piece and just doing that to it with hot glue on it. So I'm gonna continue to do that. Hopefully when I come back again, this thing's gonna look really cool. And now I'm going to make these little rings out of metal that the characters are gonna be going for pretty well. So I'll show you how I make that. Just take some wire here. I believe this is copper wire. You don't have to use copper wire. You can use any wire you want. And I'm just gonna twist it like that. Now let's see if we can get the arbiter in this one. And there we go. So we have the gravemind, we have the 2 tentacles, and I'll be adding more tentacles around to make this thing look a little bit more gravemindy, but I want to get him attached to the bottom of this piece. And now, hope for the best. But they go right on each end of this. Right, so I put on some more tentacles. I put on these front tentacles, and sorry it's so hard to see. My camera only goes so high, but I can try to kind of give you a look. It'll look better when I can actually set it up later, but that's kind of what this thing is looking like. It was looking a little crazy. I'm happy I figured out the duct tape method, because I think that kind of saved this project from looking meh, you know what I mean? I think now it's gonna look pretty good. So I'm gonna go outside and spray paint this various different colors. Alright, so I finished doing spray paint to this thing, and it's looking pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. Before I do the video, I need to add a black wash to this thing first. And I just wanted to kind of show you the base part of that because I can't show you all of it, it's so big, but see how this looks. Ooh, that texture looks good. Alright, I'm going to finish the black wash on the whole thing, and then we'll be on for the slideshow. Alright guys, so that's it. That is the Halo Gravemind MOC slash thing that I made. Like I said, I think it turned out pretty good. I like the teeth. I like some of the way I figured out how to make a design. I like that I added duct tape to it to make it look more less clunky. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that. 100 subscriber giveaway. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. More videos down below. In my YouTube, I do a bunch of other cool MOCs between all of this stuff to this Captain Keys one, to this Halo 1, Halo 2 one, to this Halo 1 one. I do all kinds of stuff, and there's more videos. Pretty much daily I try to put a video out for you guys, so hope you guys do enjoy, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.